This is Grandmaster Boris Alterman and you're watching Gambit Guide. Today will be the second part of the Scandinavian Gambit, and altogether will be 3 lectures about this interesting gambit line, which could happen after e4, d5, e takes d5. And here, instead of queen takes d5, black plays knight f6. In order to protect the pawn on d5, white could move his pawn c2, c4, after which black has no any other opportunity but to sacrifice the pawn. So the part number 2 is c6, and the third part we will continue with the quite interesting sacrifice after e6. So, but today we continue with the c6 move, which happened in already more than 100 years ago in the first game I showed you in the previous lecture. But in 1989, Michael Adams, just brilliant English grandmaster, challenged with the c6 move Murray Chandler in the Hastings close tournament. So Chandler decided just to accept this pawn sacrifice and played d takes c6. And after knight takes c6, we are reaching the classical setup of the Scandinavian Gambit. So now after knight f3, e5 and d3, instead of usual continuation like bishop c5 or bishop f5, which we studied in the previous lecture, Michael Adams chose quite aggressive move. You can try and to guess the black's best opportunity in this position. So let's try to solve the problem. Black to move and win. In the game between Hans Suri, the former and quite famous organizer of the Bill tournament, against Bella Molnar from the Lenk Open 1995, continue with the same line. After e4 and d5, e takes d5, knight f6, c4, c6, d takes c6, knight a6, knight f3. By the way, somehow white just has no time here to make just prophylactic moves like h3. We could call the waste of time. After e5, so black is taking more control over the center. Knight c3, bishop c5, and if white is trying just to avoid e5, e4 move by playing knight g to e2, black could easy just destroy white's position. So my question is how? Black to move and win. Could you find the best continuation here for black? So definitely knight e2 cannot be recommended move, because white is having now the problem about d3 square, but the biggest problem of course is the f2, which is the weakest spot always in the open position. So after the strongest queen b6, when black is building the strong battery with the bishop on c5 and queen to b6, white suddenly find himself in a very, very difficult situation. If you have any questions regarding the Gambit Guide, you can leave me a message on ICC under name of Ariela. Okay, this is Grandmaster Boris Alterman. For more videos on Gambit Guide, you can find on chess.fm.